Hi, I'm Kath from Whole Healthy Me, and today we're talking about something that affects every single part of our lives, brain health. Our ability to focus, think clearly, regulate emotions, remember things, feel motivated, stay calm, sleep deeply, and even experience joy. All of that is connected to the health of the brain. And I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that brain decline is just a normal part of aging. So, yes, the brain changes over time, but many of the symptoms people are experiencing today, brain fog, poor memory, anxiety, overwhelm, lack of focus, low motivation, poor sleep, mental fatigue, are often signs that the brain is inflamed, overstimulated, undernourished, or even just exhausted. Modern life is incredibly demanding on the brain. There is just so much going on, I think way more than we were designed to cope with. We're constantly exposed to stress, notifications, artificial light, poor sleep, ultra-processed foods, blood sugar spikes, information overload, environmental toxins, and nervous system dysregulation. And the brain was never designed to function optimally in a constant state of stress. So today I want to talk about simple daily rhythms that can help support a calmer, clearer, and healthier brain. So the first and probably the most important thing is sleep. I think it's something that we probably all intrinsically know. The brain has its own cleaning system called the lymphatic system, and this system becomes most active during deep sleep. While you sleep, the brain literally clears waste products and inflammatory compounds. While you sleep, the brain is draining away all of those toxins, or it's supposed to be. So if someone is sleeping poorly night after night, it affects memory, mood, focus, hormones, cravings, inflammation, and cognitive function. One of the best things that you can do for your brain is to protect your sleep like it matters, because it truly does. Try getting morning sunlight within the first hour of waking. This is actually so important to set the right precedent for sleep later that night. Reduce bright light and screens at night. Keep your bedroom cool and dark. Avoid eating very late. So I try and eat by 7 o'clock and done, and create calming evening rhythms that signal safety to the nervous system, like a cup of tea or a warm bath late at night. The next major factor is blood sugar balance. So to have a well-functioning brain, you need to have stable blood sugar. The brain is incredibly sensitive to glucose fluctuations. When blood sugar is constantly spiking and crashing, many people experience anxiety, shakiness, irritability, fatigue, poor focus, and cravings. This is one reason why so many people feel mentally clearer when they move toward a more whole food, protein-rich, lower inflammatory way of eating, or even intermittent fasting. Protein is especially important for the brain because amino acids are needed to make neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. That's why starting your day with protein instead of carbs can often be so beneficial. Healthy fats are also critical. Your brain is largely made up of fat, and it thrives on nutrients like omega-3s, olive oil, avocado, eggs, fatty fish, nuts, seeds, and other quality fats like coconut oil, avocado oil. And interestingly, the brain often responds incredibly well to ketones. Ketones are an alternative fuel source that the brain can use very efficiently. Many people report better mental clarity, calmer energy, improved focus, and reduced brain fog when they become more metabolically flexible and spend more time burning fat for fuel. So this would be if you follow a more ketogenic diet, keeping your carbs lower and increasing your fats. Another huge piece of brain health is the nervous system regulation. Now, this is a little bit more tricky because this isn't just something you can turn on and off. A stressed brain cannot heal properly. When cortisol and adrenaline stay elevated for long periods, it affects memory, concentration, mood, digestion, hormones, and inflammation. So brain health is not just about supplements. It's about creating moments of calm throughout the day, which I know can be easier said than done, but it's really important if we can find a way to trigger ourselves to take those moments of calm. So things like reminding yourself to breathe deeply, walk outside, even barefoot, that's amazing. No sunglasses on as well, natural light in your eyes, reducing overstimulation, taking breaks from screens, laughing, spending time in nature, connecting with people you love, practicing gratitude. All of these things genuinely affect the chemistry of the brain. And then one thing I think we underestimate is mental clutter, constant scrolling, constant input, leaving the brain exhausted. Your brain needs quiet moments. It needs space. It needs stillness. It needs time for reflection. And where have these moments gone in our modern day life? Some of the clearest thinking often happens when we step away from noise, step away from your cell phone, put down your devices, and give yourself the space that you need to clear your mental clutter. Now let's talk about some foods and supplements that can support brain health, because yes, we can add supplements and foods into our diet that are going to be important for our brain. So we've spoken about fats already. One of my favorites is omega-3 fats or cod liver oil. I also love olive oil and everything. It's incredibly important for the structure and function of the brain cells and can help support mood, cognition, and reduce inflammation, which is good not only for brain health, but all-round health. Magnesium is another big one because it helps calm the nervous system and supports sleep and stress resilience. Electrolytes and minerals are also incredibly important because the brain relies on proper electrical signaling, which it can't do without the proper minerals. Minerals equal electrical signaling, and that balances out the body. Even mild dehydration can affect concentration and mood. I also love creatine for brain support. I think we all hear a lot about creatine at the moment. Most people still think that creatine is only for muscles, but the brain actually uses enormous amounts of energy, and creatine can help support cellular energy production and mental performance. Then things like collagen and glycine can also be very supportive. Now, glycine is actually found in collagen, so that's a great supplement for the brain. And this is because glycine has calming effects on the nervous system and may help support deeper sleep. If you don't sleep well, a little bit of glycine or collagen before bed can be game-changing. And then there are simple lifestyle rhythms that are profoundly protective for the brain. Strength training, walking, learning new things, reading, having purpose in your life, maintaining community, not living in isolation, and continuing to challenge the mind daily. The brain thrives on stimulation, but healthy stimulation, not chaotic overstimulation. And I think one of the most hopeful things about brain health is that the brain is adaptable. It's constantly responding to the environment we create for it. And this means that we can change things. Every good night's sleep, every nourishing meal, every walk, every moment of calm, every blood sugar stabilizing choice, every deep breath. These things matter more than people realize. You do not need perfection, just consistent rhythms. Consistent daily rhythms is what is going to be game changing for your mental health. And often it is these simple daily rhythms that create the greatest long-term transformation. So I hope you found this helpful. We really are focusing on different brain health benefits, things that you can include in your diet, especially this month at the Harvest Table. So if you follow the Harvest Table, look out for some great things for your brain health. Also 15% off this month at the Harvest Table store. And look out for our next episode where we start talking a little bit more about how we need to separate ourselves from our devices, really to get the best mental health boost that we possibly could. So I'm Kath from Whole Healthy Me, and it's been great to chat more about brain health today.